Hi guys, so look what I have with me in the kitchen today. Say hi to Joe. Say hi, Joe.
Hi folks, how you doing?
He sounds excited, right? I roped him into the kitchen today to come help us make a meal. I've been doing a lot of sweets for you guys lately, and I wanted to mix it up a little bit and have Joe come in and teach us how to make curried fish. This recipe is so simple. You're gonna love it. If you love yellow ginger or curry, you're absolutely going to enjoy this dish, okay? And it's very easy to make. You can do it even after work.
You are watching the Bear Pantry Show.
So Joe's favorite fish of all time is snapper. So he bought these 4 fish for like 20 bucks, but they came with the scales on. So he took it into the backyard and he's descaling right now. He's removing the fins and he's going to make sure he catches all the scale that's on the fish. They took the insides out, but they left the scales on, so he has to remove them. I don't allow him to do this inside because for weeks later I find scales all over the place. So see, he's doing a really good job, huh? So after Joe took the fish outside and descaled it and cut off all the fins and all that good stuff that I showed you just now, this is what he's doing. He is coring it because he's going to put his spices. So he's going to do that to all these pieces right now, okay? Alright, so now when Joe cooks in the kitchen, he never tells me what he's going to need, okay? He gets in the fridge. I mean, do you guys have grandmas that are like that? They just get in there and they start pulling things out. I'm like, tell the people what we're going to need, Joe. So take a look. He says cilantro. We're going to need some onion, some potato, salt and black pepper, and of course the curry or the yellow ginger. And let me show you guys. This came all the way from Belize, from my Uncle Roger. Shout out to Uncle Roger.
And that's what I'm going to use.
So we're going to use this. This is so strong and so delicious. And you guys know, Joe's grandmother, his mom's mom, came from Sri Lanka originally. And so this is where they get a lot of these curried recipes from. So he says if you had some okra, that would actually come in so good too. But we don't have any, and I don't rush out and buy ingredients for some of these meals when we're making them naturally. Like if I'm not doing a show and we're just gonna make this out of the blue, I don't run out and get stuff that we don't have. So we don't have okra, so we're not gonna use that. So this is all we're gonna need, and then now we're gonna watch as Joe prepare this awesome meal for us. Joe never sprinkles the salt and the black pepper right onto the meats that he's cooking. He always mixes it together like this in a dish or on the counter, and he makes like a rub. So now he's rubbing the salt and the pepper into the slits and all inside of the fish and all over the outside. Joe, why do you rub your season onto the fish instead of like sprinkle it on?
So that the season don't rub off. And so when you cook it, you're just nice and got the seasons in there.
So he already filled a skillet with some water and set it on top of the stove, but the fire's not on. He's peeling his potatoes and slicing up the onions. And if you notice, the onions don't have to be sliced small or even diced, okay? So this is all prepared. Now he's washing some cilantro, and then he dices some of that up. And then next he moves over to the skillet. He puts the fire on and he dumps everything in the skillet with the water. So that's the onions, the potatoes, and the cilantro that's in there. And then we move in for a closer look, see what it looks like. And then next he adds a heaping tablespoon of the curry powder or the yellow ginger, stirs it around, and then he allows this to come to a boil. And he just lets this cook until the potatoes are like halfway done. They don't have to be completely done because remember we still have to add the fish in. See, he's testing, and I always use a serving fork when I test too. So it's still not quite there, so he puts some more water. Now it's time for the fish because the potatoes are a little bit past halfway done. And he's only going to use 3 pieces because he wants to save some of his fish to fry them tomorrow. After about 5 minutes or so, we want to go ahead and taste it. Alright, so Joe tasted just now, and see what he does. He puts it in his hand like an old Belize woman. I used to see my Aunt Tylene do that. And he saved the leftover salt and pepper that he was putting on the fish for this purpose right here. Because if it needs more salt, he'll put it in now. And he'll also see if it needs pepper. And you want to taste it after you put the fish in because the fish has salt naturally occurring in it, and it had salt that Joe put on it. He decided that it didn't need any more salt, so he's just allowing the fish to cook. I so love when Joe helps me cook. I'm so glad that I have a husband that knows how to cook because it gives me a little break. As much as I love doing the Bear Pantry Show, I love cooking when I'm cooking for the show. Sometimes I don't like cooking for my family because everybody wants something different. Yes, I have them spoiled. Spoiled. Show the fish, Joe. I can't wait to eat this. And let me show you guys what we're going to eat it with. See the rice cooker? I've got some white rice in it. And that's what we're going to eat it with, okay? So just a little while longer. You want to make sure that the fish cooks. The potatoes ready. And make sure that the fish cooks all the way through. And then our wonderful meal is going to be ready. Alright guys, so it's my turn to taste because Joe wants to put pepper and I don't like it too hot. I think I like it just like that because the yellow ginger, the curry has a little bit of spice to it. Then he put a lot of black pepper. If you remember earlier, he put a lot of black pepper. And 10 minutes later, it's all done. I brought Jada in to try to help me set up the platter because I want to take a beautiful picture of this dish for the thumbnail. And she's so good at designing the plate. Take a look now. She puts the potatoes around the rice. That's a piece of the fish tail. And she puts like 2 servings of the curried gravy onto the rice. And now it's all ready. Look at, see what happens when we have to do our thumbnail. We got to do a lot of cleanup, guys. When I come back, we'll be tasting this. So after we took our thumbnail picture, Joe put some more gravy on the platter because that's how he likes it served. Alright guys, so Joe and I are having a big fight right now because he says you're supposed to eat this dinner with a spoon and I'm saying with a fork.
No,
so let's see which one's right.
Looks because you gotta.
See, I was saying a fork to get the rice, get the potato, get the fish, but Joe's saying a spoon because you want to get all that gravy. So
why not both?
Yeah, so let's agree to disagree, Joe.
Serve
it up with 2 things. So now it's time to taste. I'm going to have Joe taste while I tell you guys, thank you so much for watching the show. If you liked the video, hit like below. Please share it with your friends and family for me. Thank you for picking up the books. And thank you so much for all your love and support. Oh my God. While I'm talking, he gets everything. Until I see you guys again, take care. It's spicy. It's really spicy. I'm so glad I warned him not to put pepper because Joe always over peppers everything for me. I can't believe I'm a Belizean. I'm a full-fledged Belizean, born and raised. And I can't believe that I'm a Belizean and I can't stand things that are too hot.
Is there bone in this fish? That's a lot of work.
It's best to do it with filet. Okay. It's really good. Thank you, Joe. Don't forget to check out my website to purchase copies of any of the books. Go to bearpantryshow.com and click on the store tab. Don't forget to subscribe and also check out my other 2 channels, the product review channel, Bear Pantry Talk, and come have some fun with my family and me over at the vlog channel, Babs Bear Talk.